Hashtag Lions should draft a quarterback next year due to the fact that it's a stronger quarterback class, and the Rams pick will most likely be higher in the round because of their Super Bowl victory. Talking about next year's for sure, I think, look, and what's good too, I think, about the Lions strategies, we already have 2 first-round picks for next year. If they do trade out of 2, we could pick up more ammunition to potentially even move up if we have to, right? You getting a quarterback?
Yeah, absolutely. You got obviously Bryce Young. You got some my man from Ohio State. You got Grayson McCall. You have a strong quarterback class, and that is true. If Spencer Rattler does his thing or gets himself together, you're going to have another quality quarterback there. I'm in agreement. Okay, as long as we get one in the next 2 years, I'm happy.
My guy, $1.99 super chat from Nick here. He says, "Would you take Perrin Winfrey?" What do you think about that, AG?
Perrin Winfrey can play all levels of the defensive line. Okay, 3 technique, 5 technique, 0 technique, shade over the 1. He is something special. I think he's more of a defensive end, more of a defensive tackle at the 3 technique. But I think he's intense, and we do need help on the defensive line. That's something that's very important. Now, the type of defensive lineman we need, I think we need like a Noah Ellis, like a real 365-pound man. But you cannot ignore the intensity of a Perrin Winfrey.
Oh man, I tell you, that'd be an all you can. And you're right. We got the offensive line right now for the Detroit Lions is freaking built like a tank. How about we finish that defensive line off, build it like a tank as well? If they wanted to go that route, I'm not going to be unhappy about it. I mean, I'd love to have tanks up there. Do you guys agree that defense wins championships, but quarterbacks turn around a franchise and win championships? I can agree with that for sure. You got to have a face of a franchise that can make that special play. NFL is the game of inches. It legitimately is. I mean, if you look at back in 2014, picking up that flag was basically the difference from winning a playoff game and not. And many times we've seen that throughout history in NFL games. So if you get that special quarterback, they can win you that. And defenses, man, that's how you win in the cold. You have a defense that can stop it. You look at not last year, but Tampa Bay before last year, their defensive line was dominant. That's how they won a Super Bowl. Yeah, Tom Brady did a good job of that defensive line. Aaron Donald, last year, golly, dominant. So 100%. What do you think about that, AG?
Yeah, I think what the subscriber is saying is true. You have to have offense to get you there, but defense does win championships. And that quarterback, we can't waste no more quarterbacks. I don't think Detroit can stomach wasting another 12 years of somebody's life, a franchise guy's life.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. We can't be wasting it, and we seen the net result of wasting it, and the fan base doesn't deserve another waste. If Hutch is gone, who's the pick, MicroMike? I'm going to tell you, I think it's Kayvon Thibodeaux. I've been saying this since last year, week 4, that Kayvon Thibodeaux, I think, is the pick. That's what I think it is. So 100, that's what I think. Marquis Bell, safety, thoughts? What do you think about that, AG, with the fist raised?
So Marquis Bell he has proven this whole process that he has the measurables. He's fast. He's proven at the NFLPA game that he can cover. People just thought he was a hitter. He had the 3 interceptions, obviously, in the FCS. He played with a stout defense at Florida A&M or FAMU. He's a great prospect. If you get him and Brisker, or if you get him and tie him with another safety, you have a tandem for 10, 20 years. He's going to go up because he's willing to play special teams. He's willing to be a free safety, a hitter, a corner, whatever. And his frame at 6'3", I mean, come on, man. This guy can play all 4 positions at the DB. Let's do it. Let's sign him up.
We got 220 in the building. Let's get those likes up to 100. If you've not smashed that like button, smash it. Also, I am literally 6 away from 21,300 subscribers. I'm at 21,294. I'm trying to jump up that Chat Sports ladder. If you know Chat Sports, look, they got a lot of big channels, and I'd like to show them that OPP, the one pride. We don't play around. We got a fan base, too. They always say, Mike, you're so edgy. You actually keep the Lions somewhat relevant. We got a fan base, folks. We got a fan base. And we want our voice here just because our team ain't been doing well. We got a legitimate fan base. Detroit is a football town. Michigan is a football state, and we want a winning football team. The latest rumor, Saints might trade picks 15, 19 more to Detroit for number 2. And so that's what you do. You think about linebacker Lloyd at 15, Johnson at 19, and Boye at 34, and Ojabo for a safety at 34. Well, Devin Lloyd at 15, I'd do backflips. Devin Lloyd, my favorite linebacker in this year's draft. I freaking love Devin Lloyd. You want to have an identity on defense, you put Devin Lloyd in there. Yay. Johnson, defensive end, you get him at 19. I think you're going to have AG go, yay. I think it's maybe his favorite or second favorite edge prospect in this year's draft to get him at 19. That would be amazing. Boye Mafe, edge, who I really like. Whew. I don't know if I'd go 2 edges back-to-back, but that wouldn't be bad. And a safety at 34, I have no problem. I think JP, I think that would be fantastic. What about you, man? Would you be happy?
Yeah, it's going to be the 16th and 18th, I believe. But, yeah, the statement is still true. Even if you go, let's say something crazy. Let's say Devin Lloyd is off the board and you go wide receiver. You get the best wide receiver in the draft, Drake London or Treylon Burks or whoever. You're going to get a quality player. You're going to get day one starters, and you're going to have 3 first-round picks to show for it. Now, the Lions have $18 million in cap space, so they can afford these 3 first-round picks. Mm-hmm. They can afford to get the haul, and that's the most important thing I want to harp on. But all those players you just mentioned, heck yeah, let's go.
Yeah, you want to start to make a name for you in Detroit. You start having weapons like that. You're going to start to make a name in Detroit and be that black and blue team we've been waiting for since 1990. I've been waiting for a physical football team since I was born. We just never had that. I'd love to have a physical football team. I would freaking absolutely love. My sources say that Jared Goff is the GOAT. Thoughts? Well, is your sources a guy on Twitter named Mike, last name Dumas? That potentially could be the guy. If you think he's the GOAT, that could be your source. I just hope he does well in this upcoming season. We'll see about that.
He said Jared Goff is
the GOAT, the greatest of all time. He's got a source.
Oh, no.
Hey, Lions family, if the Lions trade down 6, 7, or 8 spot and all 3 top edges rushers are gone, Hutchinson, Walker, Thibodeaux, who do you think the Lions get? My choice would be Drake London. I don't know if they would go Drake London. I think Devin Lloyd would be an option, even that high. I'd love Devin Lloyd for sure. I think he would definitely be a possible there. Johnson as well. I think he would be the edge rusher for sure. It's something Lions would have to look at. I think Kyle Hamilton, safety, could be something they look at. And Sauce Gardner. I know a lot of people don't like cornerback, but if he's available there, you'd have to consider it. Even though I don't want a cornerback. I'm not saying that, folks.
Yeah, they're going to jump on you, Mike. They're going to jump on you.
They're jump on me, but I'm just saying.
Waiting on Khalil Howard.
You go jump on me. I don't want a corner. I'm just saying. It's not me, dog. Look, I love Stingley. I love Sauce Gardner. I think they'd be magical. But I got PTSD of Jeffrey Okudah. I still got PTSD. I still wake up at night and feel like I broke something in my leg. I feel like I dropped a football or something. So just when you know. The Lions will draft Smoke Monday in the later rounds. I would love Smoke Monday in the later rounds. You know what? A couple years ago, I said, you know who would be a solid pick for Lions? I had in my mock draft, Amani Oruwariye. I said that would be a great pick for the Detroit Lions. I had him in my mock draft. Was that 2019? And I had him in the second round. I said, man, I love Amani Oruwariye in the second round. Had him in my second round, my mock draft. We got him in the 5th round. We get a Smoke Monday. That could be a pick like that, where you're getting him in the later rounds that really could be a difference maker. Now, it'd be at safety, not at corner, but I'd love him as a developmental player. I love the big body, I love the physicality of him. Tell me, AG, what you think about Smoke Monday.
I think that Smoke Monday is an in-the-box safety, hard hitter. He's going to be a culture shock, And I think Tracy Walker gets a lot of talk about being an in-the-box safety. I feel he's more balanced. I feel like he just hasn't had an opportunity to be the free field safety. I feel like he always had to be put in a position to guard the tackle because he's the most reliable tackling safety. So if you get a Smoke Monday, you can move Tracy Walker to his natural position as a free safety, and he can play coverage, and he can go sideline to sideline. This Smoke Monday helps the Detroit Lions tremendously. It puts people in position. It puts them in the right way and makes them use the right way.
His name's Smoke Monday, folks. How the hell can you not have a guy on your team named Smoke Monday? That'd be the greatest name of all time. Let's admit it right now. I mean, I'd be smoking on Sunday if we win a game. What happened with my guy Smoke Monday? Now, if you have him and Melifonwu, I love Melifonwu last year too. I thought that was a hell of a pickup in the later rounds, and I think he can be helping out this defense this year. You're really starting to build a young, bigger defense. I like size. Size does matter. I know people say, like, man, my girlfriend says size doesn't matter. Come on. We all know that's BS, bro. Size does matter, and it's important to have that gaping big body up in there. Hard Knocks. What are you looking forward to the most of Hard Knocks? Oh, man. I tell you what, I know a lot of people say, I don't want to watch Hard Knocks. I don't want the distraction, blah, blah. Man, look, I don't get to see my team enough on the ins and outs. I love everything Detroit Lions. I have an opportunity to see what's going on. I'm just really looking to see how the coaching staff interacts with the players. You know, we hear about culture all the time. Culture this, culture that. If Dan Campbell and Aaron Glenn and these leaders of men, we got Deuce in there, really lead these men and start to change a culture, I think that's going to be dividends. If we see, you can tell when a player respects a coach. I mean, if we would have seen Patricia, you'd have seen, I can guarantee you, it would have been a different than this. But I want to see how the players interact with the coaching staff, AG.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that that is absolutely a facet of Hard Knocks we got to see. We got to show this culture off. But I think the Lions are going to be the youngest team in the league going into next year. And when I mean that is they're going to be a major player in the undrafted rookie market. Okay, and we could say this, that, and the third. We can speculate, but think about it. What wouldn't attract an undrafted rookie free agent is to be featured on Hard Knocks. At least showing that he can play, make the team. Those storylines about those players like Amendola, all those players that came before. I mean, think about the last time you watched Hard Knocks and you were rooting for the guy who was, you know, like a Tom Kennedy, like came off the street, made a way for himself, and he's trying to move forward. Like those are going to be huge, and we're going to have a huge undrafted free agent market that's going to push towards Detroit just to be featured in those spots.
And see, that's a great point, again, made by AG Spirit of the Detroit podcast. Yes, why you got to subscribe to his channel. No one has ever even thought about that. He was the first one that it came out is these people may be attracted to it because they're going to be in the spotlight. Other teams can see into the player. And so you're going to get young players come in and want to make this team, and that's fantastic. That's what you want to see is the competition in these young guys. Undrafted guys is just important the guys you draft the 6th, 7th round. Jerry Jacobs is a big one of the reasons why you look at that these guys can make a difference. So awesome reason. I'm happy that you made that. That's why you got to subscribe again to Spirit of the Detroit podcast.